Hey guys, it's me, Aego here. Hi. Hello. Today I want to take some time to introduce the best mascaras I've used so far. So for those who are looking to create pretty doll-like lashes but don't know which product to use or how to do it, please stay tuned. So let's get started right away. My lashes are short, but since they're thick, I prefer using lengthening mascaras over volumizing mascaras. The products I brought with me today are TONYMOLY the Shocking Cara, COSNORI Perfect Setting Mascara Waterproof, VIBRATE Mood Corrector Fitting Mascara, WOODBURY Stylish Fixing Mascara, and ROM&ND All Fix Mascara. I'm a person who really thinks that mascaras to be extremely important. Even on days when I decide to go out without applying on any makeup, putting on my mascara is a must, so I tend to be very picky when it comes to picking a mascara. After having gone through numerous different mascaras, I've picked out a couple of my personal favorite mascaras that don't smudge and keeps the curls up for a long time. The first product we'll take a look at is TONYMOLY the Shocking Cara No. 3 Milligram Volume. When I first got this mascara, I was extremely interested in it as it has been heavily advertised in Korea. Although it's a volumizing mascara, I like using it as it also does a great job in lengthening my lashes. Among the 5 products I brought, this is the only one that has a straight shaped brush, but since it's not thick, there was no discomfort when applying it. Now, since it's been a while since I've used the one in my hand right now, it feels a bit thick in texture, but it actually had a moisturizing texture at first. While it clumped a bit when I applied it at first, it ends up looking neater after I curl my lashes. Overall, it's a really nice mascara. I could also see that even the under mascara was applied neatly without smearing. Next is COSNORI Perfect Setting Mascara Waterproof Long&Curl No. 1 Black. The first time I tried this mascara out was actually when Hailey Sam gave it to me as a gift. Since Hailey Sam also prefers lengthening mascaras and pretty much is quite selective when it comes to mascaras like me, I really like it. While it seems to look thin since the brush's bristles are kind of visible, it also seems to be a bit thick, but I don't think it picks up a lot of mascara on it. Since I've been using this for a while, it has hardened a bit, but when I first used it, it was quite moist. Rather than expressing each lash individually, there was a bit clumping, but I'm actually quite fine with that. When I applied it on the lower lashes, I could see that there was some smearing, but it can be easily cleaned up with a cotton swab, and the mascara seemed to be much cleaner after curling my eyelash. Next is VIBRATE Mood Corrector Fitting Mascara Black. This was a product that I came across by chance. While I have known of this brand a quite long time ago, but I actually didn't know that they also carry beauty products until I came across this mascara. Personally, I really like C-curl brushes with this much thickness. Being not too thin or too thick, I find it to be just the right thickness, and it also feels quite moist as soon as I take the brush out. After it's applied, I can see how moistly and smoothly it applies on. Usually, most mascaras pick up a large amount of content, but this one doesn't, so it didn't get clumpy and even lengthens the inner corners and outer edge areas. The more I apply onto the lower lashes, the longer my lashes look and clearer the black color gets. Applying it on once more after curling the lashes, I could see that it goes on quite well. Next is the WOODBURY Stylish Fixing Mascara Long Curling. This is also a product that was recommended to me by Hailey Sam. While I've tried the eyebrows from WOODBURY, I was really impressed with this mascara. The thickness is similar with VIBRATE, but it seems to have curvier C-shape. One thing I should point out is that the mascara seems smeared off at the end of the brush, so I usually had to remove it before using it. This mascara also applies on really moistly, but I find that it fixes on quickly as I apply it on. When I applied it on the front of my lashes, it seemed to get a bit clumpy, so I had to organize it with a pointy stick. But when applied on the lower lashes, it doesn't do that good of a job, so I tend to have to go over it several times. On the other hand, after my lashes are curled, it reapplies much better than I'd anticipated. My last pick is ROM&ND All Fix Mascara L01 Long Black. ROM&ND All Fix Mascara is a mascara that has just been recently released. I was really curious about this product, and I was lucky enough to be able to try it because Hailey Sam had it. I'd expected it to have a very thin brush, but it was actually a bit thicker than I imagined. Since C-curl shape of the brush isn't very curved, when compared with VIBRATE and WOODBURY, it looked quite close to being a straight shape brush. And since the texture seems to be very wet in texture, it can get clumpy, so it'd be best to apply it on carefully. Being that the shape of the brush is close to being straight in shape, I'd expected it to be a bit difficult to apply it on, but I was able to see that it applied neater than I expected it to. It also seemed to express my lashes naturally after curling, but the lower lashes didn't appear to last long than I thought it would. As I mentioned, I like mascara brushes that are thin and have a curved C shape. So when I use mascaras that do not have a C curl shape, is thick, straight, or is a brush that looks like a comb, I find it a bit uncomfortable to use and easy to get all over the place. Overall, I find these C curl brushes to be just right for my eye shape. I was able to see how I apply more meticulously since the lashes to my front and outer area are short. Like this, I've introduced my top 5 mascaras, so now I'll briefly compare them to each other. When it comes to the brush, only TONYMOLY's has a straight shape. And as for the curvature of the C curl, in the order of least curved to most, we have ROM&ND, VIBRATE, WOODBURY, COSNORI. When ranking the mascaras based on their texture from the one being most moist to least, we have ROM&ND, WOODBURY, VIBRATE, TONYMOLY, COSNORI. I don't know if the eyelashes also have conditions, but sometimes I find it very hard for me to express my eyelashes like that of a doll, since my eyelashes tend to be a bit stiff and straight, plus the amount of the lower lashes I have is small. So I'll finish the video by telling you how to make these eyelashes look like pretty doll eyes. First, before applying mascara, I also think the curler to be very important, so I'll curl my eyelashes by focusing on the roots. So this is how it looked before and after I curled my eyelashes. Now I'm gonna apply on the mascara. First, I'll line the mascara brush to match the shape of my eye and start applying it from the roots by moving back and forth and then lightly apply over the ends of my eyelashes to create length. Since I don't have a lot of lashes on the front, I'll just lightly apply several times and also apply it on the outer lashes. Next, I'll also apply it on the lower eyelashes. I'll turn the mascara brush over and match the C shape with the lower eyelid line, and apply from the center by moving back and forth, and apply it on the front and outer area with the tip of the brush. Then I'll wait a while until the mascara is perfectly fixed. After it's fixed, I'll slightly burn the stick from a wooden cotton swab and then use it to curl my lashes. I'll also do the same on the lower lashes too. Then I'll just lightly reapply the mascara at the end of my lashes to make it look longer. And like this, my pretty doll eyes are done. With that being done, I've introduced 5 mascaras that I, myself, am really fond of and also showed I apply on mascaras and do my lashes in general. If there are any mascaras that you've tried and really like in addition to the mascaras that I've introduced today, I would love it if you can share it with me. I would love to discover more mascaras. So my video is still here. Thank you for watching my video today. Don't forget to subscribe, press the like buttons, and please leave some comments for me. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye!